There's a debate now coming up saying people are getting way too used to use AI or use ChatGPT, and they're using it on autopilot. So literally, like, just my wife just sent me this text. How can I respond to that? I see this quite frequently when people talk about it lavishly as like they're proud of it because, hey, I save time. To the point that I work in a place where if my people send me an email that I believe is ChatGPT, I will not give it attention. Nowadays, I appreciate spelling mistakes. Nowadays, I appreciate no hyphens. Nowadays, I appreciate run-on sentences. Now, I just appreciate how human you are. But I don't appreciate...
The scary part is that you used to be able to detect that it was ChatGPT, but as it expands every single time with new models, now you can never tell.
There you go.
So what videos that are being produced using AI nowadays?
I just told you, I thought the barber thing was real. And that's the first thing you know. I'm a little aware of things. I hope so. But once again, people who are getting way too accustomed and codependent on AI, where do you draw the line, Hamza, for it to be a healthy relationship while as well still using your brains?
Look, it's a very good question. And I know that it's the debate of everybody to the point that I even think multiple people also saw this study that they did where they compared scan of the brain. Yeah, exactly. Between someone who's just dependent on ChatGPT and someone who just does not use it at all. And you can see that the person who's not using it, like, has a more, I don't want to say a functional brain because the other guy is functioning as well. But I mean, you can tell that there are harms of using it a lot. Like, you're starting to not use your brain that much. And at the end of the day, the brain is like an engine. If you don't use it as much, it's gonna start rusting, to be honest. It's not gonna be the same as it was before. And for that reason, I believe, I truly believe that at some point, like, we're gonna start discovering this in the future, but being more dependent on AI and something like ChatGPT will lead us to deteriorate cognitively faster than before. So if you have like a line where, like, you know, as you grow up, maybe if you hit the age of 60, 65, 70, cognitively you would start going down because there's a peak in life. You start, like, cognition is like maybe at 0, you start growing up, it peaks at some point, maybe your 30s, 40s, and then it will start deteriorating as you grow older. I feel like the point where it will start deteriorating now would be earlier, because of the fact that we're not using it as much, like, cognitively, we're not using our brains that much. We are using tools and substance to actually help us think. Like, those things nowadays, ChatGPT and Gemini, they help us think. They help us do our job. They help us almost do everything. Like, I use it every day.
Likewise.
I never write everything myself. Every time I want to write something, I use ChatGPT to write it. The ChatGPT writes my emails. ChatGPT helped me fill the form that you sent me before this. It just helps to come up with ideas. Look, I'm not saying it's a completely terrible thing. Like, if it's something that helps you be better, yes, use it. Why not? But I don't feel like I have the perfect answer to tell you where to draw the line, because I'm not sure. I'm not going to force myself to say, you know what, this time I'm going to write the email. I'm not going to let ChatGPT write it, because why would I think like that? If ChatGPT writes it better and easier and faster, so maybe because in that particular aspect of, like, writing an email or writing something, I'm now used to something else rather than my own brain to write it. Maybe I need to start engaging my brain in other things where I didn't used to engage my brain. So perhaps in order to keep it alive, I don't know, read something, start reading books, start doing those mental exercises, those apps that you see on your phone. I don't know. It's like very generic, but maybe substitute. If you used to use your brain in a 70% measure, for example, and ChatGPT has dropped that percentage to 40% of how much you used to use your brain, substitute it with something else. Because instead of removing ChatGPT completely, which helps me, I don't think the solution is removing ChatGPT because I'm using my brain less. No, keep it, but maybe engage my brain in other things. Substitute.
More or less, yeah, regulate it.